How many units in total have you done in River West, Jack? They're
Almost 500.
500. Wow. In a variety of style. Well,
Pretty much the same style. If you go down and you'll
but
see
I
some
mean,
of the,
I meant building types. I'm sorry. Townhomes and
Townhomes.
mid-rises and
yes, townhomes, condominiums. But again, the same vocabulary, the same colorations, the same color palette, because I really wanted it to be an integrated design, something that people could easily identify as part of the River West vocabulary. I think it's pretty cool.
it is pretty cool. There, as with everything in architecture, there must be critics of this type of work. And what types of criticisms do architects level against this, if any?
You know, it's very interesting because I have seen some of my peers come over to see the building and they're taking pictures, and I don't know whether they like it or don't like it, but I've had lunch with several architectural peers that really have highly complimented the project, because it is a specific vocabulary, a specific design direction, and to be able to have the integrity of being able to design something like this for a price that was, for a cost that was very cost effective, was really kind of a treat. I've been very fortunate that my client is me, and therefore my designs are me, and I can reflect in my designs the architecture that I feel comfortable with. A number of my other architectural peers have usually designed for a specific developer who had a specific design that he thought would be best as far as sales, and it gave them less creativity, I believe, in some of the work. Although certainly Trump Tower is a wonderful building.
It's a dazzling building.
It absolutely is. I think that some of the buildings that Papa George Hames did down in the Museum Park are really terrific. The later ones. The last building that they did, I believe it's the 65-story one, I thought was actually done very well. Some of the other ones are a little kitschy, a little contrived, a little. They're trying to make something out of something that, not necessarily using an architectural definition, but I certainly think that they won for the one they did for the Enterprise Company. The last one was very well done, and again, I think that that's part of the problem. I think that a number of architectural designers have to have a client that's willing to look into the design aspects and believe that design will sell. And but I do think that David and George are talented, and again, it's the opportunities that they get to express their talent.
What are some of the other buildings you like in Chicago that have been built recently?
Well, I like Kingsbury Plaza, the one that Solomon Cordwell Benz did. I think it's really a very sharp building.
How about their latest over at Streeter Place? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. I think that the one building that I think gets a lot of play, but when you look at the floor plans and just the gimmickry, is the Aqua building, which is, I call it, you're doing architecture for the fat lady in the front row.
The fat lady in the front row loves it, I got to tell you, Jack. I've talked to a lot of buyers over there.
No, they may. It's sort of like the Frank Gehry stuff that I don't particularly like. It shows a lot of confusion and chaos, and that's just not the architectural vocabulary that I grew up with. But that's what makes architecture so interesting, is that you're putting it all out there, and you have to live with the comments and the criticisms, because it's not like you can hide these buildings.